from the AI radio/TV news broadcast network. Headline: Hackers attacked the Canadian government $2.3 trillion times last year. Lead: The communications security establishment says its online defenses search for unusual activity like efforts to deploy malware, map government computer systems, and extract information. Story: Canada's Electronic Spy Agency says it blocked 2.3 trillion malicious actions against the federal government last year, a whopping figure that works out to an average of roughly 6.3 billion disruptions every day. The deluge of attempted hacks against the federal government also appears higher than what the agency reported in recent years. In its 2020-21 report, the CSE said its automated defenses typically block between 2 billion and 7 billion malicious actions against the federal government every day, while in 2021-22, it reported having blocked between 3 billion and 5 billion actions per day. The tally is included in the Communications Security Establishment's latest annual report. Published Thursday, the document details the agency's activities during the 2022-23 period, providing high-level details on its cyber operations outside Canada and efforts to defend the country and its critical infrastructure from foreign hacking operations, political interference and cybercrime. Bill Robinson, a fellow at the University of Toronto's Citizen Lab, said Thursday's report also revealed that the agency conducted cyber operations to disrupt and remove harmful terrorist content disseminated online by foreign, ideologically motivated extremists. According to Robinson, this is the first time the agency has disclosed operations against foreign extremists motivated specifically by political ideology rather than, say, religion. The report continues the trend of slow improvement in the amount of information that CSE reports about itself, but of course there's still lots of room for further improvement, Robinson said by email Thursday, pointing to the report showing a jump in requests for assistance from law enforcement and security agencies, although it does not say where the requests came from. The report does note, however, that CSE responded to 2,089 cybersecurity incidents in the 2022-23 period, which is consistent with the responses in recent years. The incidents included 957 involving federal government institutions, and 1,132 against critical infrastructure organizations in the energy, finance, transport, health and other sectors. Just this week, Calgary-based Suncor, the company that includes Petro-Canada gas stations, was hit by an unspecified cyber attack that could cost the business millions of dollars. Other recent incidents include a hack against the Indigo retailer in which employees' bank accounts and social insurance numbers may have been breached, and actions that knocked the Prime Minister's website offline while he hosted his Ukrainian counterpart in April. This spring, the CSE issued a flash warning after leaked U.S. intelligence documents said a pro-Russian group had infiltrated the systems of an unnamed Canadian natural gas company. Thursday's report said the CSE issued the warning of the confirmed breach by a cyber threat actor that could have caused physical damage to infrastructure, but ultimately did not. At the time, National Defense Minister Anita Anand said in a statement that Canada had seen a notable rise in cyber threat activity by Russian-aligned actors since Moscow's invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. It's one example of how the report focuses far more on Russia than other countries, including China, which has been at the center of months of political controversy over its alleged attempts to interfere in Canadian democracy. The 68-page report cites China only twice, to make note of the country's efforts to monitor and intimidate diaspora populations in Canada, and to mention the incident last winter when a Chinese spy balloon entered Canadian and American airspace before the United States shot it down. Russia, meanwhile, is mentioned more frequently. The report reveals that Canada has extended its foreign cybersecurity operations to Latvia and Ukraine, based on ministerial orders from Anand in March 2022, less than a month after the Russian invasion. The designations allow CSE to provide cybersecurity assistance to help protect the designated entities, the report says. It notes also that the agency has helped bolster the government's cyber defenses against Russian cyber threats, and that it has tried to counter Russian disinformation campaigns. In July 2022, for example, the agency used social media to expose false claims from Russia like statements that Ukrainian neo-Nazis has chemical weapons.